Have you ever wondered what mysteries lie beneath the ground we walk on every day? Beneath the surface of our world, there exists a realm teeming with life, a vast, unseen ecosystem that plays a vital role in our planet's survival. This is the realm of the earthworm. Yes, those squiggly, slimy creatures we often overlook, they're more than just fish bait, you know. These little invertebrates are tireless workers, diligent recyclers, and soil engineers. They play a pivotal role in maintaining the health of our soil and in turn, the health of our planet. Their world is a labyrinth of tunnels, a subterranean city where they silently toil away, unseen and underappreciated. But today, we're going to change that. We're going to shine the spotlight on these unsung heroes and explore their world. Now let's delve deeper and uncover some strange facts about these fascinating creatures. Did you know that earthworms don't have brains or hearts? Now put those raised eyebrows down. This is not a science fiction tale but a fascinating truth about these humble creatures. Instead of a complex brain like ours, earthworms have a simpler solution. They rely on a network of tiny nerves that run through their bodies, making decisions based on sensory information. This rudimentary nervous system helps them navigate their dark, underground world, reacting to changes in light, temperature, and moisture. And the heart, or rather the lack thereof, is another curiosity. Earthworms have not one but 5 pairs of aortic arches. These pulsate rhythmically, acting like tiny hearts to pump blood around their elongated bodies. So while they might be heartless and brainless in the literal sense, they've adapted remarkably well to life beneath the surface. Quite intriguing, isn't it? But there's more to come. Can you imagine being able to regrow parts of your body? Earthworms can. These humble invertebrates possess an extraordinary ability that might make even a superhero envious. They can regenerate or regrow certain parts of their body if they get damaged or severed. Now this doesn't mean you can chop an earthworm into a dozen pieces and expect to get a dozen new worms. It's a bit more complicated than that. The ability to regenerate depends on where the worm is cut. Usually, if the cut is made behind the worm's vital organs, the posterior segment can regrow. And it's not an instantaneous process either. Regeneration can take several weeks, but when you think about it, it's still quite impressive. The earthworm essentially rebuilds itself, cell by cell, until it's whole again. It's a natural marvel that showcases the resilience and adaptability of life on this planet. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, doesn't it? Did you know earthworms are hermaphrodites? That's right, these little wrigglers are a fascinating study in the animal kingdom. They carry both male and female reproductive organs. This means that every earthworm has the ability to lay eggs and produce sperm. But here's where it gets interesting. Despite being equipped with all the tools necessary for solo reproduction, earthworms still need a partner to reproduce. When it's time to mate, 2 earthworms align their bodies head to head, their male organs meet, and they exchange sperm. After this exchange, each earthworm goes its separate way, carrying the other's sperm, which will fertilize its eggs. This dual-gender system may seem strange to us, but for earthworms, it's just business as usual. It offers them a significant advantage, doubling their chances of producing offspring every time they mate. Talk about having the best of both worlds. Ever seen a glowing earthworm? Yes, you heard it right. Certain worms do more than just wriggle underground. Now let's dive into the fascinating world of bioluminescent earthworms. These creatures are not your ordinary garden variety. They have the extraordinary ability to produce light. This phenomenon, known as bioluminescence, is a result of a chemical reaction within their bodies. Just imagine, nestled deep within the soil, these earthworms illuminate their surroundings with a soft, ethereal glow. This glow is not just for show, it serves a purpose. Some scientists believe that this light production may be a defense mechanism, warding off potential predators. Others suggest it could be a way to attract mates. While the exact reason remains a mystery, one thing is certain. These glowing earthworms add a dash of magic to the otherwise dark and unseen world beneath our feet. Who would have thought that earthworms could light up our world in such a unique way? Earthworms have been around for a very, very long time. Imagine this. When the first dinosaurs were taking their inaugural steps, earthworms were already veterans of the soil, having made their debut hundreds of millions of years prior. Yes, these humble creatures were tunneling through the earth when life was just beginning to make its mark on land. They've witnessed the rise and fall of giants, the shifting of continents, and the changing face of our planet's climate. Through all these cataclysmic events, they've endured, becoming true survivors in every sense of the word. Their resilience is a testament to their adaptability, and their continued existence speaks volumes about their pivotal role in our ecosystem. From the prehistoric era to the present day, Earthworms have silently played their part, shaping the world beneath our feet. So the next time you spot one of these wriggling wonders, remember, they're much more than just simple soil dwellers, so, in a way, they're our ancient little survivors. Earthworms are nature's little gardeners. Their busy lives beneath our feet are far more important than most of us realize. These tiny soil makers are essential for a healthy earth. How so? Well, they consume organic matter like dead leaves and grass, which they then break down in their guts. This process releases nutrients back into the soil, enriching it and making it fertile. But that's not all. As they tunnel through the earth, earthworms also aerate the soil. This allows roots to penetrate deeper and water to be absorbed more efficiently. Imagine a world without these diligent workers. Our soils wouldn't be as rich and fertile, our plants wouldn't grow as well, and our ecosystems would suffer. Earthworms are truly the unsung heroes of our gardens and fields, tirelessly working to maintain the balance of nature. So, next time you're gardening, remember to thank the earthworms. They're not just wriggly little creatures. They're our planet's very own soil-making machines. Ever wondered what earthworms are afraid of? A peculiar question, isn't it? But yes, even earthworms have their fears. Their world might be underground, yet they are sensitive to certain elements of the world above. Earthworms have a heightened sensitivity to vibrations. They perceive these as threats, often indicating the presence of potential predators. A simple footstep can send them burrowing deeper into the soil to escape. It's their version of a horror movie, the ground shaking, signaling danger is near. Additionally, they have a peculiar aversion to light. This isn't just because they are creatures of the dark underground world. Light, particularly sunlight, can be harmful to them. Prolonged exposure can dehydrate them, causing their demise. So, they avoid light, treating it as their enemy, their fear. Their life might seem simple to us, but it's filled with these subtle survival tactics. So remember, even earthworms have their fears. Did you know earthworms can scream silently? It's a curious phenomenon we're delving into today. Now don't let your imagination run too wild. It's not a scream as we know it. Earthworms, you see, don't have vocal cords or lungs, but they do emit high-pitched sounds that are inaudible to the human ear when they're in distress. This is due to a process called stridulation, a sound-producing mechanism common in many invertebrates. In response to potential threats or stressful situations, earthworms contract their muscles in a particular way that generates these high-frequency vibrations. Although these sounds are beyond our hearing range, they can be picked up by specialized equipment, shedding light on an earthworm's silent distress call. This is yet another fascinating aspect of these humble creatures, showing us that even in the quietest corners of the earth, there's more going on than meets the eye, or the ear, in this case. Silent screamers indeed. We've explored some truly strange facts about earthworms, haven't we? Let's dive back into the unseen world beneath our feet where these slimy architects are hard at work. Earthworms, while seemingly simple, are anything but. They're heartless and brainless in the literal sense, with multiple hearts and a decentralized nervous system that lets them function without a typical brain. Do you recall the regenerating worms? Cut an earthworm in half and astonishingly, it can grow back. This is because of their segmented bodies, where each segment carries out its own functions independently. But remember, this regeneration doesn't work for all species, or if the cut is too close to their head or tail. And who could forget the hermaphrodites? Every earthworm is both male and female, carrying both sets of reproductive organs. This means they can mate with any other member of their species they encounter, which is quite an efficient system. Then there are the luminous earthworms, lighting up the soil with their bioluminescence. Yes, some species of earthworms can glow in the dark, making the underground a little less gloomy. We also learned about the ancient survivors. Earthworms have been around for hundreds of millions of years, outlasting the dinosaurs and surviving multiple mass extinction events. And let's not forget the soil makers. Earthworms are nature's best recyclers, turning dead plant material into rich, fertile soil. But even these hardworking creatures have their fears. They're terrified of light and vibrations, which is why they burrow deep into the ground. And finally, the silent screamers. Earthworms don't have lungs and breathe through their skin. If their skin